Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. In this one I'm going to be showing you how you can track how long players are spending in a world, whether that's a single player world or on a server. This one will show you how to take that information, turn it into minutes and put it into a scoreboard so you can display how long your players are spending in a world. This is all possible with just 5 commands on the left hand side and then 3 command blocks that need to be running in your world 24/7. This same very system has been running on the Hermitcraft server now for over a year, and you can see the top players who have spent the most time online on the right hand side of your screen. All of that is being tracked as a scoreboard statistic. It's also being displayed on the tab screen as well. You can see I've got my camera account logged into the server as well, and this is what you'll be able to do with these commands and command blocks. You'll be able to track exactly how long the players are spending in your world in minutes. So there are a total of 8 commands needed to make this work. You'll find them in the description box down below, listed from 1 to 8. That's going from left to right. The last 3 are command blocks that need to be active in your world, and the first 5 are simply commands you need to type into chat. You can put them into a command block as well. The reason that I've put them here in the world like this is so that we can look at the commands and I can easier explain how they work. So the first one is the tracking of the statistic, which will count upwards and track how long the player has been in the world for. That stat is right here. It is stat.playOneMinute, and this doesn't actually count in minutes. What it does is it counts up in ticks, which is why the name of the objective we're adding here is called TicksPlayed. We're now going to create another objective, and this one is a dummy objective, meaning that we will just manipulate the numbers in here from other places. This one is called MinutesPlayed, and notice how after we specified that it is a dummy, it also says MinutesPlayed again. This part right here is the display name, so when it's on the side of your screen, it will say MinutesPlayed at the top. We are also going to need a temporary objective for MinutesPlayed, so this one is called MinutesPlayedTmp. It is also a dummy command, and notice how this one doesn't have a display name at the end. That's because it's not going to be required. So far we've added scoreboards for ticks and for minutes, and of course that means we're going to need to do some maths. So we also need to add a objective for dividing. This one is called DivideNumber, and it is a dummy objective. This next one is a little bit different, as we're going to be assigning a score to a dummy player, and the score we'll be assigning will be on the DivideNumber scoreboard that we just set up. So as you can see here, we are setting the dummy player, which is #ticks/minute, to a number 1200 on the DivideNumber here. So if we do a little bit of math quickly, 20 ticks in a second, 60 seconds in a minute, 20 times 60 is 1200. That is the number that we're going to be dividing with. And now we move on to the command blocks that need to be in your world. They need to be in a location that is permanently loaded. So at the end of the video there'll be a link to my how to find spawn chunks video, just in case you don't know how to do that. These 3 command blocks will need to be in there, and they will need to point into one another like so, because these are chain command blocks, meaning they run after the first one. Now this is set up to repeat unconditional, and it should be always active, but for the sake of this tutorial I've actually got it so that we'll run it with the lever after I've shown you everything, as none of this stuff has actually been running as of yet. But anyway, this command right here is going to execute at all players. What it is going to do is simply run an operation which copies one score to another. The score that it is copying is the second one, so it's taking the ticks played, which is the raw time spent on the server in ticks, and it's copying it to MinutesPlayedTmp. The second command block here is a chain command block. It is unconditional, it is always active, and it is important that it is set up like that. What this one does is it runs an operation at all players. It takes their MinutesPlayedTmp score, which we copied from the raw ticks spent online, and then it is going to divide that by the dummy player ticks/minute, which is 1200. So we are taking those ticks and we are dividing them into minutes. It's important to remember that these 3 command blocks, they run in order. And this third one is like the last. It is a chain, it is unconditional and always active. If we go look at the command, it's much more like the first one. We are executing at all the players an operation to copy one score to the other. That is the MinutesPlayedTmp that we just used to do some maths a moment ago, and it is copying it to MinutesPlayed, and this is the one that we're going to be displaying on the side of the screen. Well, it would appear that since hitting the lever over there, I've been in the world for more than 3 minutes, as it says on the side of the screen and on the tab screen as well. I should probably let you know how it is that you do that. Like so. Scoreboards, objectives, set display, sidebar, minutes passed. That'll put it on the side of your screen. Now, as you can see, we've got a load of spam in our chat, which is an operator you might not want to see, as it stops you from communicating with other players and seeing what's going on in chat. You will need to set the game rule for command block output to false, and when you do that, you'll no longer see all of these command blocks updating. And that's pretty much everything you need to know. Remember, the commands are in the description box down below, and these three, importantly, need to be in the spawn chunks, a part of your world that is always loaded, and then you'll be able to track how long players are spending in the world and online, and etc, etc. So anyway, that is it for me, this tutorial. If you found it useful, then leave a like. As always, thank you for the support, and be sure to check out the tutorials playlist in the description box down below for loads more useful videos. I think we made over 300 at this point or something crazy. But anyway, that's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.